What's up, y'all? It's Cade Cunningham. You watching 2K TV.
Hey, I'm Brian, and I'm in your neighborhood to talk about the upcoming 2K Compete.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on D8.
Well, Devin.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So the Bobcats starting 5. P.J. Washington is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's White in at the 1. And for the Clippers, we've got Wiseman. Young out there with DeRozan. Then it's Joe Ingles. Here's Ingles. Gallinari making his last shot. Up top, DeRozan. Gallinari covering. Bucket is good. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
For Anaheim, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And there are a lot of questions on the best way, guys, to develop talent in the NBA. Kenny, would you restructure youth basketball in the U.S.?
Many fans think that the G League could supplant college hoops. I think I would restructure it in this way. And it has nothing to do with the players. I would just make sure that the coaches are coaches. Meaning, to get a driver's license, what do you need? You have to learn to drive. To get any kind of thing, you need a license to do it. You don't need a license to be a coach. No, you got to be a license to coach my kid.
And not to mention, this is still a business. So I'd rather have the impact of what the college game brings, because now I got a ready-made star coming into our game. You think about when Magic and Bird came in, they were big stars because they have played in the most watched game ever, right? Absolutely. There's still a huge advantage to having collegians come into our league. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, the league continues to test out new rules. The Coaches Challenge now, guys, extended from its 1-year trial. What do you think about that, Kenny? You approve?
Well, coaches always had something to say about calls, so now they can take action to it. So, yeah, I think that it's needed once a game. But I also think if you get it right, you should keep being able to challenge multiple times. If you get it right, that means I could get another one. If I get that right, I could get another one. I shouldn't just stop.
What do you think, Greg?
I like that theory in terms of having more
get a
than
reward
one. If you earn it, you know, and most coaches are still figuring out how to use it, because more often than not, you don't want to use it early in the game, even if it's a significant play, because later in the game, as we all know, that last 2 minutes, if it's a close game, well, you do not want to lose because of the officials.
For Anaheim, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. He can't get it to go. And it's the Bobcats taking it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Anaheim team. A nice shot by Booker.
You have to be able to think quickly and make great decisions. And in the catch and shoot, Devin Booker doing work.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ingles can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now, here is Gallinari. Rejected by Young.
Well, terrific reach on the block. Thaddeus Young stretches out well for a big-time rejection.
Lets it go from 14. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And so it's Devin Booker. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Charlotte, Gallinari is out there with Washington. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Derek White. And it's Cousins in at the 5. Home in the paint. For the players, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but we also see performance incentives. I'm sure that's got to be a motivator, right, with those incentives in that contract.
If that motivates you to play, then something's wrong with you in incentive.
Because you should love it.
Because the guaranteedness of being there and the wanting to win should motivate you more than anything else.
And honestly, like, most guys, and this sounds crazy, but they don't really know all the language in the contract. They just know it's got a G at the end of it. It's guaranteed. Because, like, you really don't think about that stuff. And you sure as heck don't think about it in the heat of the battle.
Here's Young. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Such a confident finisher in close. You want to know why Thad Young's percentage is high? Look at that assertiveness.
And something from your era that is always talked about, Kenny, hand checking. How big a difference did hand checking make for defenders?
Oh, it made the game easier for defenders, without question. You know, I actually, our series with Greg is the reason there's no hand checking rule. Because Derek Harper,
there was so much.
He was so aggressive.
The best. I always felt that was a guy. I mean, first of all, he was big and strong, and when he put that hand on you, it felt good, didn't it, kid? You like that? He liked that.
You could feel it, right? That's what you're saying. You could feel it.
And he could literally guide you where he wanted you to go.
Without question.
Pass to Ingles. Over Booker. Ingles can't get it to go.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now the dish to DeRozan. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Ingles against Booker. Just 5 on the clock. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Over time, Joe Ingles has become so confident in that jumper. He knows he has the green light to shoot.
Booker looking around. Pass to Washington. From downtown, good. And a nice assist from Booker. Washington's got the lead up to 6 now for Charlotte.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he could share it with us.
Anaheim trails by 8. Young with no one around. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Now, here's Washington. He has 7. White with it. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. .32 seconds left in the first half.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Passes it to Ingles. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's DeRozan. And that one, good. DeRozan's got 6 points.
You simply have to defend better than that. DeMar DeRozan has the vertical. He's super efficient in that area.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Misses off the right iron. And so it's Charlotte with their lead step.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to, and gracing us with his presence once again after his... That about...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Joe Ingles. Wiseman's out there with Young. Then it's DeRozan. And for Charlotte, Booker out there with White. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Gallinari in at the small forward. Gallinari against DeRozan. And the layup is good. He's got 8. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game. And
thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or...
You've got to be kidding. Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
The pass to Ingles. Inside, here's Young. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Young's got 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
No good from Booker.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Booker against Young. Anaheim trails by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Now Ingles. Shot clock at 6. The feed now to Wiseman.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
Anaheim shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. A minute 20 left here in the 3rd quarter. White the pass to Gallinari. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Well, as a young player, Danilo Gallinari played in some pressure-packed environments. Think he played for Milan in Italy. They love their hoops and take it seriously. And then straight to the Knicks as a 20-year-old. Boy, he can handle the spotlight.
Down low. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
You know, that's big-time concentration on that attempt. Young is not letting the defense alter his shot.
Charlotte leading by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the 3rd. A nice shot by Booker.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's DeRozan. Young trying to break free. Wiseman. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You hear this consistently about Thaddeus Young. He's going to do whatever you ask of him. He'll start, he'll come off the bench, but he is going to impact the game. Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to DeRozan. Bobcats with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Back to White. Teardrop shot. Misses in close. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bobcats up 5. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got DeRozan. Young is out there with Wiseman. Then it's Joe Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Good on the three-point shot. Cousins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's not even fair. A big guy that size, that skilled, raining threes on your head. Good luck with that.
Here's Wiseman. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Pass to Washington. Kicks it to Gallinari. Back to Washington. A rebound by Young. And so it's Young who brings it up for Anaheim. They trail by 6. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, and on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
And here's White. Passes it to Cousins. Over Wiseman. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins can score from 3 levels. Right there, working the mid-range.
Gallinari against DeRozan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Gallinari.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
You know, to me, one of the real pleasurable aspects of watching DeMar DeRozan work, this guy's footwork is something he's developed, and it's on point. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
On the wing, Booker. Ingles covering. Anaheim trails by 6. And here we go. He gets that one.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's White. Not a lot of room. Off target at the rim. Feeds it to DeRozan. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And now just a 2-point Charlotte lead. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Booker draws the double. Tries it from the top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Bobcats lead by 4. DeRozan scanning the floor. Fires, high post. You can't get that one. And it's the Bobcats taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Booker draws the double. Washington, that's good.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
For Anaheim, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The pass to Ingles. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line. Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing faces him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment, no matter how big, no matter how small.
Timeout called, Anaheim. They trail by 5. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Devin Booker.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin Anaheim's head coach talked to his team during that timeout. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
Here's Charlotte now. 7-point differential. White looking around. And so the Bobcats take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.